viewers, welcome to our fourth episode, Sheila. Is it fourth?
Yes, fourth.
Okay. Yeah, fourth episode of Off the Bookshelf. We are today honored. Guys, Kubanga, this person. Me, I used to see from a distance.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But I will let him introduce himself. Sheila.
Hello, listeners and viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is Off the Bookshelf again. We are back, and this time we are with a gentleman. So it's a very balanced panel today, and we shall let him introduce himself.
My name is Philip Matogo. I'm a writer, critic, and a friend of these two ladies. Yeah, also an author. That's about it, because we can get to know more as these guys ask more questions. But my name is Philip Matogo. Yeah, that's it. Ready, writer. That's it. Yeah.
Philip, how did you get into writing? First of all, what do you do? I really need to know this because I've seen Philip in all writing spaces. Whenever I go, if Philip is there, I know it's a bomb. It's going to be a bomb event, a bomb show, a bomb something. So what do you do?
Apart from writing, also, events organization, editing. The events you see me at. Yeah. Usually, do emceeing and stuff like that. Doing what you guys are doing right now. Questioning me. So I'm in a very
you're on the other side. You're uncomfortable. Are you uncomfortable?
Not really.
No, you're comfortable.
Yes,
okay.
But I am. This is unfamiliar.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be on the other side of the mic.
Yeah, because no one really wants to hear my story.
Oh, no.
So I'm glad you two want to hear it.
We
Thank
do.
you.
We really do.
It's really good for me.
Okay.
Good for my ego.
So how did you get into books? Let's start. Let's start there.
I think it's like 2005 is when I published my first book.
You're a published author?
Yeah.
I told you, I just see from a distance. Let's go.
Yeah.
How many books?
I'm behind like 9 books.
Did he say big?
3 are mine. Then 5 were part of a project we had, Songs of Chugoli. Which was promoting young authors in Nakasongola. And then later we partnered with kids in Florida at Robinswood Middle School. And, for first time we're doing almost a cultural exchange through poetry.
Wow.
Yeah. It's online. You guys can check it. It's not online.
Thank you.
It's all real.
Thank you. Wow. What's the title?
Songs of Chuguli.
Okay.
Yeah, like Susan Chuguli. But
yes.
But this is different. Yeah,
okay.
This is the school. Yeah,
okay.
It's from Chuguli Army Primary School. But don't get scared of the army stuff. It's just orphans of the army.
Okay.
So the army takes care of their orphans and people who probably were, who had some misfortune, whose parents could not afford to go to school. Yeah, because it's a very affordable place and the education. So what I did, I went there and I did volunteer teaching. I was working as an administrator in Ware Industries.
Interesting.
That's in Nakasongola, in the Ministry of Defense. But I'm not a soldier, so don't worry.
Okay. The truth will set you free.
Because soldiers know I'm not a soldier.
Yeah.
So if they hear I'm saying I'm a soldier, even though I worked with them for 15 years, they'll find it strange.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe I've been conscripted, because when I look at my national ID, I belong to Ware Industries unit. Yeah. I just saw it the other day. I was like, what?
Oh, really?
Looks like I'm in the army.
You are, but not with like guns or whatever.
No.
Yeah. So you're teaching literature or you're teaching?
No, English, because it was a primary school, so English and SST.
Okay.
And I used to like walking around the barracks. Yeah.
So they just picked you.
So one day I just saw the school there.
Oh, okay.
I said, hey, you guys, I saw these kids. Then I asked the headmaster, do you have teachers? I said, of course, it's a school. So I said, okay. I looked around, then I talked to the kids, Then they said, we have an administrator. So I went there. And then there was a tradition of making the administrators the deputy deputy managers of the school. This is the school management committee.
Okay.
So they made me the deputy chairperson, and traditionally the managing director of Lower Industries, who's usually a soldier, becomes the chairperson. So
and then you deputize?
Yes, that time that was General Mujira. So the beauty with that is when he didn't attend the meeting, I became a general. And how do I announce that?
So
I
okay.
was a general. Yeah, because I had to stand in.
Yeah.
I tried to hold on to his seat, but unfortunately, it wasn't easy. General Mujira, not a joke, but
Okay, so back to books.
Yes.
How did you end up in this space? How are you the Philip?
Well, I left the barracks in 2018. Yeah, 2018. That was after 15 years there. And I just decided, let me just get back into writing. Just decided that. And because I'm not saying that the conditions in the barracks were good for writing, in the sense that there are very few distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you...
So, hold up. By the time you go into the barracks, you're already a published author?
No.
You get published after?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I went to the barracks in 2003. 2004, I published.
Okay.
And that was a book called Fabric of Grey. And it was kind of like, it was a weak book because, it was based on love and all that stuff.
How is that weak?
I love that. How do you write a book about a lady?
Please.
Yeah,
how dare, no, guys, go out and read.
Okay.
So, weak, it's not weak. How do you write a book about, that's the epitome, and all the greats written about women. And men, by men.
Good motivators.
Yes, they are. And the women they love.
But yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So.
But I think it works best when the woman loves you back. I don't think the chick really loves me.
Alright. Okay.
I'm just thinking aloud. So since she's anonymous, and if she's watching this, she can say, "Yo, you're wrong." But
please put I am the one. Please.
I even think she's married.
Oh wow. Wow.
That was just a fantasy. It wasn't a good idea.
Okay.
It's like writing love letters to yourself.
Okay, so that was your first.
Yeah.
So and then
but
you
she
did.
wasn't my first. Anyway, sorry. Sorry about
I knew it. Okay. All right. So first book, and then you come out of the barracks. Then now you start the series.
No. Which series?
The songs of the books.
Oh yeah. No.
While in the school.
What?
Yes, exactly. When I was teaching those kids, I decided to. Well, sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
I'm just forgetting the stuff. Let me get some chocolate. Can I get some chocolate?
Yeah,
you can get some chocolate.
This is really. But these are not props, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
These are real things.
Yeah. So, I would like to read the book.
I want to read the Fabric of Grey. Why did you carry it? Why did you carry it?
Why did I burn it?
No, not burn it.
But it's nice.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, this is really terrible. That's sorry. We have to...
So are there copies available?
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, they're actually online.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. But I won't tell you where.
Come on.
And they're not using the name Fabric of Grey.
Oh, this is not.
If there's anything on my teeth, please let me know.
We will let you know.
So, I went to the school, and out of the school, we started publishing.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 books, 5 actually. And what can I say? They made a splash.
Okay.
A huge splash. But you know, with these kids, which was fascinating about them, they didn't think that anyone would be interested in their story.
That is all.
Like most of us.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wrong.
No, like most people who...
everyone wants to listen to us.
Certain people, but most people who write don't think there's anyone who wants to read them. Do you understand? There's that thing in the back of your mind, like, who's going to want to read this? Fabric of Grey.
No, okay. No, Fabric of Grey is different. Let's go back to Songs of Chuguli.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Because Songs of Chuguli, honestly, I don't think... I told these kids when we first did the first one in 2010, I said, people want to know your story. And they were like, no way. So what happened is some Americans came to me when they saw me publishing their stuff online. They came to me and told me, Philip, why don't you give us those poems? We'll publish them for free in a place called Albertville, in Arizona, I think. Yeah, if memory serves me. But I sound like I'm lying now. I have to tell the whole story.
No, it's okay.
But anyway, the point is, in that place, Albertville, and the company was called PDMI Publishing.
Okay.
It's an American thing. So after they published the first one, the barracks went crazy because we called the generals. We called, they couldn't believe it, first of all.
Yeah.
I remember the General Mujiri himself said, wow, Chiguli's online.
It is online.
Yeah, and these kids, we gave them up. We threw a party for them and everything. And they were like, no. They were like, wow, people want to read our story. So they started writing about their cows, goats. Those were their stories.
Yeah.
And it was good.
How old are these kids? This is like what? Like
the oldest, because some kids were old, though.
Yeah, because there's also that you start, the rural,
okay, but the oldest one, the oldest one wasn't as old as me, of course, but he was about 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other kids were from because I would only handle P7, so the other kids were from the range was, I would say, 12 to 18.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were really, they went to secondary, and I also. That's Nakasongola Army Secondary, where Salim Saleh was an OB. I went there, and they put me on the committee there, but we didn't do much there. We didn't publish anything. But with these kids, we did that series, which I'm really proud of. I would say not overly proud, because I think there's a lot more to be done.
Yeah.
Right? But then...
Let's go straight to your critiquing and from the critiquing and reviewers lens.
Yeah.
We often hear that Ugandans don't read.
Yeah.
So, from your view as a reviewer and a critic, do you think it's a supply problem or it's a literary problem?
That's a good question, huh? I think the world over people don't read.
Oh, really?
From the world. Okay, let me put it this way. Other countries, the minorities who happen to be the readers are bigger. They have a bigger reading minority, because the readers can rarely be the majority. I haven't seen a country like that. Have you? Maybe you guys can correct me. So I take them as a minority. So abroad, say if in America, the minority is like 40% or 20% of the population, here in Uganda it's less than 5%.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's just the difference. But otherwise, it's the same. Otherwise, if reading was so popular, writers will be rock stars.
I agree.
And they'll be like footballers, Premiership footballers.
I agree.
Earning millions, right? Because that's where the market follows. But the fact is, most writers, so the culture here, I think it's pretty much, and if we look at it in proportion to the education levels and the population levels and other economic indicators, you may realize that we are closer to the Western world than you think in terms of reading. And also another habit we have here, people read for exams. Because Ugandans read.
That is so true.
Yeah, they read, but they read for the wrong reasons.
We read to pass.
Yeah, they read for the wrong reasons.
That's true.
Give them a book, because I remember I was talking to a friend, he told me, I'm going for a master's. I said, you wanted to learn something in the bank. And I told him, not the bank, somewhere. But anyway, he told me his name was Nicholas, by the way, right? So he told me, I want to learn something. And I said, why don't you teach yourself? There's so many ways. And by the way, that's what people are doing these days. He said, no, I must do a master's. I need to be in a setting where they compel me to read. He can't read by himself. And that's the thing. They can't read for themselves.
Like, I just enter a room and pick a book and sit and read. Yeah. And there's no exam at the end of this, so Q&A or nothing. There's nothing I'm getting at the end. So you really get a reward system. Every time you pick up a book, there's like a coin dropped into your, I don't know, what do they call it? Like on the digital thing is, you read you set yourself goals. You've seen that on, I don't know what app, is it Kobo or what? Every book you read gives you a certain number of, it's like a reward system to get people to read.
So people will be reading for the reward then.
Yeah, but that's true, but it gets the books read, I guess.
Really? Okay. There's also another aspect, by the way, you guys. That's where criticism comes in and review. There's the aspect of reading and reading for knowledge.
Wait. Okay. Before we even go for what's criticism and review, because there might be people who are like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Yeah.
What I do is mainly review, because if I do criticism, there's also another aspect of Ugandan society that we don't want to be criticized.
No, we don't. Ain't nobody wants
you don't. You talk about my poem, I want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yet it's important, because I remember I was added to a Kenyan group. I always tell the story, and those guys were ruthless.
Yeah, they are. Kenyans are brutal.
There were like 90,000 of them, and they really took me down. Not all 90,000, because that would be terrible. I wouldn't even do it. But I mean a good section, like 10 or 15 in the group. And they really critiqued my work. And I saw the way they did it, technically, everything. And that was like 15 years ago. But it forced me to improve. So I learned not to take those things personally.
That's the beauty of criticism, that it pushes you to improve?
That's what it did for me.
Okay.
It motivated me.
Okay.
And another thing is, you get to know your weak spots, and then you can...
Ain't nobody want to know their weak spots. What do you mean?
And that's how, you see, now when you don't want to know your weak spots, you'll never be a good writer.
That's true.
Yeah, because...
Actually, I think you have to have a thick skin to do this.
Yes, and you have to remember also the market is already speaking.
Yeah.
By the low book sales and people reading less, they're telling us writers to pull out.
Is that what it is? It's not the attention span.
That could be it, but then there are people, like friends of mine, who are good readers. They've just stopped reading. They don't read Uganda.
Yeah, because
and they read international literature.
Yes, they
don't read local literature.
So
what are the reasons they're giving?
They're giving,
not reading local literature.
I don't think they find the local... Okay, this is what they say. They don't find it intellectually challenging.
Oh, wow.
But I think there's also the aspect of knowing. Like Ugandans, there's a thing is, we know each other. Okay, we think we know each other. So we conclude that we know each other's limits.
Yeah.
Like you write a book, like, no, I can do better. I know her. She's Ugandan.
Yeah.
It's a mentality that we're all weak.
Yeah.
It's an inferiority complex. I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
It's okay.
Yeah, from the reader's side, and they're like, no, we're all weak.
I've never thought of that the reader has an inferiority complex.
Yeah, many of them do, because I'm not maybe they can take it.
This is your job, so you can continue.
I assure you that most of these people they will not read because they'll not read Ugandans, because they're like, their view of Ugandans is really low. And remember, they're Ugandans.
Yeah.
So when you diss, for lack of a better word, your fellow Ugandans, you're kind of dissing yourself. Yeah. You're revealing who you are.
Yeah.
You're saying, we're mediocre. Yet you have not read a Ugandan book. And I can tell the viewers out there, or readers, potential readers, that they're very good books out there.
Yeah, they are.
I will also tell them honestly, the majority are not very good. But they're like books which really gravitate. Yeah. I was telling Hilda, Femwright, the Femwright books are really good. I liked your book, Still at Mouth.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. The hallmark of a good book is you don't put it down. So I finished it in one setting. I just read it, and that was it. Some books you have to read.
And continuously,
because oh my God, I have to go back.
Yeah, like what was this about?
Yeah.
So is that what most Ugandan books are like? Is it torturous? Tell us.
Yeah, because you see,
because it just feels like.
Yeah, it is, because, like what you said before, many people don't think that their story should be, but that's actually the opposite. Many Ugandan writers actually think that everybody must read their story.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like
the ego is huge. Yeah, the way a guy is like, share it. I mean, you go into a group. And everyone's, read this.
That's true.
I just lost my dog. Why do I want to read about this stuff? That kind of thing. And they don't care the mood you're in. You just have to read their stuff.
Yeah.
But they say good books find the readers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the other way around.
That's true.
Yeah, so if your stuff is good, you'll find me.
It will. It will get to you.
It took me a while, but I got to know books, the Femwright books. I got to know Still at Mouth. But I also know other books which are, there was another book I read from Femwright also. What's that lady's name? Her only problem is she was too influenced by Western novels. The language was excellent, but you felt that she was Ugandan trying to be white. Put her name. And I also realized the femright community seemed to think that too. Because when I said, this lady's writing, I saw the responses online from the ladies of femright.
Yeah.
They appreciated her, but then they were like, if she can be more authentic. Because also authenticity is also a problem. People want to write to impress others.
Okay.
You know, you find that's why AI books are growing. There are many AI books now.
You've just jumped into the deep end there. So tell also, now as a critic, so basically criticism is just saying your book is shit, your book is nice. Okay? We're going to, so reviewing is reading a book after it's published or before, and then giving pointers. Is that basically what you're saying?
Reviewing. Reviewing is, if I'm to give you a literary review, I don't give you really a critical evaluation. I just go through your book and let the readers or potential readers know what your story is about and what they should expect from it.
Okay, so you've done this for how long? And where would you do this? In the newspapers?
Yes, in a Daily Monitor. 5 years. I did it for 5 years, but now I'm taking a break.
Okay. Why are you taking a break?
One, because I realized that the authenticity, even from a critic, because what
do you look for before we even get to? What do you look for when you're reading someone's book and going through? What is the thing and you're like, this one nailed it, or oh my god?
That's a good one. The story, of course. Then the language. That's also the way they put across the story. You know, whether the language is. Doesn't have. You know, everyone insists you have to be simple. Just be you. You know, that's you. That's you. You know what I mean? I
never get that thing. What does just be you mean? Because most people, they write how they talk.
Not really. My lecturer used to tell us that in Makere. Then he said, you guys should have like a sameness because we all talk in a similar way. So I told him, if we're all the same, then who's going to read us? Because the market. Did you do literature the market has to distinguish because it's a product.
Yes.
So if we're all selling the same chocolates, for example. Sorry, I don't want to eat any more chocolates. But in case we're all selling the same chocolates.
Then
who's going to buy from you?
Yeah, that's true.
So you need something different. Green, what? So we need to be different. And the way we talk, I think the way you write should be a reflection of your imagination, you know, in a way, and that's untouched by you know, or the environment you live in, unless you allow it to be touched. You know, many of us are. That's why they say keeping a child's heart is important, because children, and that's why I love being around children, because children retain that in authenticity.
Yes, they do.
They always tell the truth.
Yeah.
But we are growing up to survive. You have to lie.
You have to lie and have to fit into all sorts of corners and remake yourself. And
yet the best writers or the best artists are authentic. One thing with someone like Stella Nyanzi, what helps her is not necessarily a stylistic style. Is the fact that she's herself. You know what I mean? And that's why she seems unstable, because all of us are unstable to a certain degree. But we conceal it. We conceal it. I think it's all of us, honestly. It's just that we conceal it. When you get a guy behind doors, people, you're like, wow, we do crazy things behind doors. Now the difference with Stella is what she does behind doors.
She's doing right.
Everyone is like, what? And that's why they stay with her, because they realize, for some reason, they can relate to her. For some reason, and they're not honest enough to say why they can.
But I see me in you. That's basically what.
Yes. Because the rage, the happiness, that's who we are.
So now so the story, the language, the imagination, right?
And the authenticity.
And the authenticity. Authenticity is something that's now lacking. You talked about AI. I'd like you to tell us about that. Have you read an AI book? Have you critiqued one?
I can't finish an AI book. And you can tell within minutes it's an AI book.
Wow.
The guys who are writing it, please stop. Because people know. And if they don't know, then they're not
that bright.
No, I never said they're not that bright. I said maybe they're not that concerned about it. But with me as a reviewer, I was concerned and I would see it. AI books are too perfect, first of all. You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
What I mean is that when you have language where there's nothing out of place, or the thing is, you're a human being. When you write, even your imperfections flow into your storytelling, even into your ideas, and that's perfectly okay. But AI, parades you as if you're perfect, because you're giving views which have been researched and brought together, collated, and then they present maybe something which is almost pristine. But the truth is this: a good writer, a good artist should be flawed, and that's how they are. If you look at all the good artists, most of them are flawed. The American ones are all alcoholics, you know that. Okay, most of them. I think Stephen King may not be an alcoholic.
He might not.
Yeah, because I think he could have stopped, or I don't know. But the rest were all crazy, raging alcoholics. But Bitek here too was a good drinker.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but I'm just talking about for flaws in artists.
But the
John Nagenda too.
Yeah, but the flaws is what made them
think.
No, so most of them got their creativity out of those things which people call bad habits. But some people, like I keep telling you people, no good writing comes out of good times. It's not there. I'm yet to find a book where the author is not suffering, has not suffered, has not gone through some kind of life-changing alteration that actually pushes your brain to sit down and document or write it out, right?
Yeah.
But if everything is flowing and you're, I don't know, breezy, and there are unicorns all around you, I'm not reading that. And I feel that's what AI books are. I feel that they are unicorny kind of books. Like you read and you're like, this must be a machine. Because as human beings, we're not. So
like the way you described the other guy's shirt, flash what? AI was,
AI
was a turquoise. But then other guys, I mean, really, a guy could even
blue
say,
is
man,
blue.
you see, I saw the sky and it looked a bit like the Matoke yesterday, that kind of stuff. When the sun was coming up, and then, guys are like, then guys, what? Matoke, how did that come? But then the fact is, that's your individual perception.
That's your imagination,
right
there.
Like, you see like a taco, then you say, this could be a chikomando, that kind of thing.
Nice.
But you relate it to your
something,
context. And people appreciate that.
Your experience.
Yeah, but when you start talking about, I was in a Rolls Royce, like I have a friend who likes saying he has like 10 Rolls Royces, but he's always borrowing money. I'm like, man, sell one of those things. Sell the Rolls Royce.
When you spoke about the description and relating it to the Matoke, it reminded me of Jennifer Nancy Makumbi's books.
Yeah.
The way she describes the streets.
Yeah.
And then she's talking about Mengo.
Yeah.
And this is like a road, a street,
Yeah.
And then the looting in the 70s.
Yes.
And she's talking about industrial area history, someone carrying a sack.
Yeah.
And that to me was really Ugandan. I felt like, this is our book.
Yeah.
This is our book. But then also the local, when she brings in the local dialect, those words the Luganda words that we
use,
and then she's putting it in that book.
No italicizing.
That really got me excited. I'm like, this is our book, and people all over the world are reading in that dialect of, Anange. It was so beautiful. So when you talk
authentic.
about
she
AI
is
books,
authentic.
I figure out where you're coming from. They're just too AI.
That's why, I mean, you guys, you don't know that we publish about 10 books minimum a week. You check it out. You can every time. I mean, you're in WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
10 books every week. You're like, where do these guys
get the time?
I see a young friend of mine. I think the guy is like 22. He has like 4 books. All AI, because AI books are even cheap. So I say, bring me the physical book. And the guy is like, no, I'll send you the soft copy.
Yeah, this is the digital. This is the digital publishing that is going on, or there's actually digital publishing, guys. I need to know this difference to help.
I think there's a difference.
Okay, tell.
The difference is just these guys are just cheating. That's all they're doing. They're just cheating. I don't want to make it gloss over. They're just cheating. That's all they are. They're saying, okay, I don't know the language of these guys, right? I'm not on that level, so I'll go to something which puts me on that level, and it's AI. And AI puts them on that. It doesn't even put them on that level. It puts them beyond that level, and that's when people realize, Jennifer Makumbi is. They compare her work with AI, and AI is too perfect.
Yeah.
This one is human. This one is perfect. It's like a So then, at the end of the day, you can tell the difference. But then still, this has surpassed this in terms of, can I say, technical perfection.
Yeah.
But in terms of the storytelling, the content, the authenticity,
That's what they
the
lose.
feeling, the humanity. That's
what
where
they lose. Okay.
And that's what a good writer
It's
is.
also killing the thinking aspect, the critical thinking.
I mean, if
writers are great thinkers.
Yes.
Yes.
By the time you can think up something and put it down into a book, your brain.
Now you're blowing for yourself in there. Are you hearing her? Okay.
Yeah.
We apologize.
I just need to know, do you think that Ugandan publishers are prioritizing literary quality as opposed to publishing what they think will sell?
Will sell.
That's a
Quality
good
versus
question.
the demand and supply.
I think they're trying, the good ones try to balance. They're trying to balance the two. The really good ones. And they're there, really good ones who I put on a very high level, like Julius was talking about before. Yeah, exactly. Him is like on the level of the Ngugis, but he comes from a different context. So if maybe he needs, let me give you a quick story. John that conference in 1961 where all the writers came together. According to John Nagin, he was giving the story where he was saying that all of them had stories where they had been arrested, shot, killed, blah blah, all of them. It's only him who had no story. So he asked the guys, so guys, you mean, do I have to get shot or arrested just to be recognized? And that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Now, Julius and other people, even Jennifer too, they've not been shot at, they've not been oppressed directly. And as long as that's happening, what has helped Stella a great deal is that she's actually been thrown into jail.
Yeah.
And Stella could actually be, I hate to dwell on her, she could actually be the most popular, most famous Ugandan after Museveni. Why do I say that? Because Indian guys know that lady. I think the whole of India knows her. Because remember, they know Mamdani.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever you Google Mamdani, sooner or later Stella comes up. And you're like, So, and I know Indian professors and other people were like, wow, Stella. They pay attention to her. I'm not saying they respect or love her or anything. I'm just saying they pay attention to her.
Okay.
Yeah, because that level of defiance, and that's what artists should be. I'm not saying that I don't agree with a lot of stuff she does. I'll tell you that. But I'm just saying, if you stand on your ideas and your principles, and you have the courage of your convictions, you'll be. I think that's the next level.
That's the level.
That's the next level. That's where the Kenyans, Wallace and Yinka, all those people. That's where they beat us. But then here, no one wants to stick out their neck. We can attack government on politics, because politics is easy. I mean, it's easy to say people have stolen. But how easy is it because people forget George Orwell when he was critiquing Animal Farm. They think he was only critiquing the people and the government. They always look at the pigs, But even us guys,
we were also
like the sheep.
We were right there.
We were the goats. 4 legs good, but that's how we talk.
We're just
following. People power, our power. That's what goats were doing in Animal Farm. Sorry guys, that's true. No change, change. That's all animal stuff. So Orwell critiqued everything, but we see what we want to see. But if we're honest as writers and artists, we'll see the fact that he looked at us as a whole and saw us as flawed, and reflected that, because he went and lived. He was a privileged guy who went to live as a dishwasher. He went right down. So he saw the hypocrisy of the middle class, the people, the lower class, and the upper class, and he saw how it comes together, and he saw how the people can be controlled by a few people. He saw it. He unlocked everything. But if people wanted to read him critically, not just to read to say, okay, now I've read this, now I can talk about Museveni. After you've read it, okay. So Museveni, I see you've been doing this. And then Museveni will be like, everyone's saying that to him. So he doesn't even pay attention.
No.
I mean, if I had 1 million people attacking me, in this case probably 46 million, I would just switch off. Because even if this whole room starts attacking me, I just leave. So I switch off. You don't convince somebody by always calling them
by just repeating the same.
And then even him, he's clever. He knows the power of words. That's why he reads. And he's discouraging people to read. It's quite cynical on his part. I'm sorry. It's very wrong on his part, because he should be encouraging the arts, the literature especially. He's a good reader. The president he reads a lot.
I think he's on.
He doesn't want you to read.
He's on there's that thing of age. With age comes many things, but I think he's left the reading space. Not that he's not reading anymore, but what he's seeing now is that the sciences are what should be ideally taking us through the next.
No, he's
his thing.
He's not.
Okay.
Because why? I'll tell you. I even wrote about this. One thing is this: that he always talks about ideology, right?
Okay.
Is ideology a science?
No.
No, it's not. It's something which will grow out of the humanities. An ideology there, you need to put people in the right frame of mind, right mindset in order to do their work. Because even if you put all the money in industry and everything, if people don't have the right mindset, they'll rob, they won't do their job, they won't be effective. Yeah. So you need the arts to put that. And that comes from history, creating the pride of culture. He's always talking about culture. That's the arts. Yeah. It's all a contradiction. But then you see the contradiction is based on the fact that he wants to disempower the Ugandan intellectually, because him is fine. He doesn't drink, he doesn't do anything, and he reads.
No, he reads.
He reads. Yeah. So all of us, we drink, we don't read. We're doing the exact opposite. We're gonna lose. How are you gonna beat a guy like that? A guy doesn't do anything. He's always saying, "You guys always eating pork." What? Yeah. Maybe the only thing he does like us is probably ladies. That's it. Sorry, ladies. But that's it. That's the only thing. But the rest, he's his own guy. He's clean. He's organized. He even goes to church. What? And you're like, us guys, we don't do that.
We don't.
So how are we gonna beat him?
He's a mentor, so you have to follow the mentor.
Yeah, you have to, because he knows. But why I fault him is that great leaders usually transmit the values they have, but he's not doing that. Because by saying you should be he's not a scientist himself.
That's in an idealistic world, I think.
Actually, not
these
really.
leaders, I want to talk about, just think of all the leaders, the quote unquote dictators. Those values they were passing on were not good values. Most of them don't have the good values that you're trying to say.
Like which one? Everybody has them. We're not talking about Mobutu.
Thank you. So
but he had authenticity.
You know,
yeah, he had that. As
a critic, how are you pulling authenticity out of this?
That's how. Remember. Okay, let's look at it. Kaunda had humanism.
Yes.
Kwame Nkrumah had Pan-Africanism. Nyerere had Ujamaa. All independence. Obote had moved to the left.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at all those together, then Mobutu had authenticity. That's why he changed the name from. They changed the name to Zaire. And that's why he dropped the name Joseph and became Mobutu Sese Wazabanga, or that long name.
That's a long name,
yeah. So that was all authenticity. He dropped the name. So all of them attempted at the beginning. They may have attempted and failed, but that's what they used to do.
There was an attempt. Okay.
Yeah, because to be, there was no secret that Obote liked ideas and debating.
Yeah.
No secret.
Yeah.
And he would always challenge people.
Yeah.
That's how Museveni worked for him, and he knows. That's why Museveni also liked those things. Possibly, I don't know. I can't speak for him, but then possibly that's the reason, right? So when you look at all that, you realize that the leaders are not doing their jobs. If they could transmit the values of reading, just reading, you'll be surprised how much. Because Joseph Stalin, who was in Russia, he used to read 500 pages a day. That guy was a national censor.
Yeah, but they had, listen, the Russians are very special. We can't even attach ourselves to them.
Why not?
Those guys, the guy who wrote War and Peace, wasn't he? That book is, I don't know how many pages, but he had time, right, to sit down and write about the current situation as the current situation is going on, building on the previous, whatever had happened with the Romanovs and all that. But they are readers. They actually uplift the arts in the and they've always had, like from even the royal family, it was like very prestigious to be an artist, to be a painter, a writer. It was, something that actually earned you a lot of rubies. But now where we are right now, it's just, then you get the Philips coming and critiquing your book and saying, this is shite, it's AI generated.
I'm not allowed to do
Have you, actually I wanted to ask, have you ever critiqued a book and somebody's like, I'm going to find you and I am going to hang you by something?
The good thing is the people who have critiqued don't even read newspapers. What Dutch newspaper wasn't even in.
So you
And I
can't
always
even
have to
start.
get the newspaper for
There's
them.
nothing.
So they don't even read their own reviews.
Oh,
but then
Lord.
they're like, Philip, make sure you review. But that's the minority. So
Yeah.
guys who actually read it, I don't over criticize them. And I wish I had, because it would improve them.
Have you done that? Have you compromised yourself sometimes?
Of course.
Oh,
Of course.
and you feel bad about it?
Yeah, I feel like an idiot. That's why I've stopped reviewing for now. I have to come back, and we're planning on something where we'll have like a guild of reviewers and critics. And what we come back to do is honest, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You know, if you like something, like if I read your book in one sitting, because I'm a fairly fast reader, but if I take 2-3 days on a book which is like 50 pages.
How many books you read? How many books you read a month? Give an average.
Because 2 a week.
2 a week?
Yeah. But Ugandan books, you can even do 100 a week. They're quite simple.
The AI ones.
Yeah.
Those, we're not counting these little mini little books. I'm saying a proper book.
Yeah. A proper book, 200 pages plus.
Yes.
Because Ugandan books don't go.
They don't go. You're even lucky if you.
Yeah. So, 2. Because I read mainly Ugandan books.
Oh, that's your thing.
No, that's
your job.
I think it's a clever move by the newspapers, in that the only way you're going to get to read Ugandan books is in Uganda, in the sense that, if you're going to do a book review on Stephen King, for example, probably hundreds or millions of people out there have read it and they're reviewing it and they know about it.
Yeah.
But to make content special is that it's unique. Now, the Ugandan books are few and far between in terms of, what they do out there. So when you start critiquing Ugandan books, people pay attention out there. They're like, whoa, okay.
Meanwhile, this is the book, right? This is the book. So they put a video, and the thingy is, the book is looking like this. And they take forever to show you that title. I'm like, just show me. Show me and say, this is a good book, or this is not a good book, or I give it 4 stars or 3 stars, something like that. Yeah. So are you invited a lot to book clubs? And
yes,
are you in a book club?
Yes, I think a few.
Do people wait for your review?
I think they wait for it because it's going to be about them.
No, I'm saying like your members.
Like they're saying, we can't wait to read Philip.
Yeah.
They're saying we can't wait to read you writing about us. When am I next? Everyone wants their book read. Whoa.
Do you get paid for this?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, this is nice. No, at least okay. Like at least you're making something from your trades. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if somebody's out there and they want to become a critic reviewer, what would you advise them to do? Study, because you were saying your lecture. When you said his lecture, I was like, these are the guys who did literature as a master. No. What did you do?
Mass communication.
Okay. All right.
What was the question again, sir?
If somebody wanted to become a critic reviewer, what would they have to? How would they go about it?
I would say they would have to
book reviewer.
If they think they're reviewers and they like reviewing, that's what I tell people. Then they've already done half the work. They just now need to write, and they will only learn how to review when they start.
Reviewing.
Because every review should not follow a standard format.
Is that how you started? You just like, I like books?
Yes, I just said let me start reviewing, and since nobody wanted to review, I was alone. Now people are reviewing.
Now they are.
Before everyone was like, what? We're not going to review, because you get like 35K per review. Something like that.
That's what?
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have said that. For people, I meant 3.5 million. So I can per a review of 500 words. So everyone can but it's that money. It's really less, and that's what discourage people. I mean, the work is a lot.
It is, because you have to read, then you have to write, then edit what you. Editing is part of your.
Yeah, because if you edit, also the business journalists, editors in Monitor, they have a barrage of work.
Yeah.
So even their editing is really more structural.
Yeah.
So if you don't do the line editing and the copy editing, I can assure you will come out with typos, and there's nothing that kills your message.
Ooh, Listen, somebody said that you send something and then there's like a misspelling. That's fake. I'm like, hey, what happened? just look past it. But Ugandan books have so many. Oh God.
No, it's like, okay, say if you say this book is not good, then you forget to put the not.
Yeah.
Guys, this is good, and then the whole review is saying it's not good. Guys will be like, this guy.
What's up? Is part of the 14 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a but writers should be generally nuts.
Should they?
Generally.
I don't know. Okay, not so, but a bit. Generally, might just be pushing it a bit. Yeah. Sheila, any
yes,
closing
question on physical books versus digital books.
Oh,
I think the physical books are still keeping that cultural and economic relevance as opposed to the digital first. Now that the trend is digital.
I know, but I think I prefer to hold a book. Hold it, you sit there, and you can move around. I know you can do that with a Kindle and other things. All that stuff is, but then you can with a physical book, you can then you can go back and you can even write on it. There's so much you can do.
When you've gotten a book and you're seeing somebody's thoughts inside there, when you're reading, you're like, oh, so this is what they thought about that.
Have you gone to Makerere Library? I used to like reading upstairs. Now there are guys from 1912
Jesus.
to 90. They've got their comments in the books, those old books. It's fascinating to see a guy who was a student in Makerere back in the day. Possibly you don't know who he is. He didn't even Mayanjinka. Anyone.
Yeah.
The guy's writing. Man, and then it's very comprehensive.
Yeah.
That's magic to me. That's magic. But then with digital, you can't really.
No, you can't do that. You're just there highlighting things.
It's like
just highlighting.
Leave your DNA there.
Exactly. It's like digital.
I was here.
Digital, you can copy and paste. Maybe that's all you can do. But on the whole, I think I would prefer to read. And I'm not alone. I think majority of people are like that, young and old. They're going back into that thing. Yeah. Although newspapers, physical ones are done.
No, they're done.
Yeah, those ones are fairly done. It's hard,
Yeah.
And even migrating online, because I also learned. I did a course in digital journalism, and I learned it's so different from what I did.
From what you,
In fact, digital journalism feels like cheating. I don't want to tell you what it is. You have to pay me, but it's a good. You can write an article like right now. It's with a system called curation. Yeah, it's curation. You'll have to go deep for that. And I'm not gonna take. But then now, when you do curation, when we were taught that thing, I was like, this is cheating. But it's legitimate. I couldn't believe it.
No, it's because you come from the hard knock life.
Exactly.
You come from the write it out, type it, cross out, do. Now here it is. It's just like, okay, feed me, and then I will give you what it is that you are looking for or trying to.
BBC. Have you guys gone to the BBC website?
Yes.
They can do 400 words, 400, 500 words. But then they say they gave a report on an actor, Bruce Willis, that he had a certain disease.
Yeah.
So this is the story. They gave the Bruce Willis has this disease, response from his family. Then they described, this was in 150 words. Then the rest, which was like 350 words, were a definition of a disease, which they got from a journal, which they attributed to a journal. So where's the 150 words per article? That's it. And that's BBC. And
I'm informed.
Whoa, yeah, you're informed. You see,
I
that's
am
what
informed.
The curation. You see
But
how
I think
easy it is.
But it's
I've already given guys free. Ignore that. Please. Paying me.
No, but so as we close, one of the things I really want to ask you, can you share with our dear viewers, listeners, 3 books that you critiqued, and no, that you read, you critiqued or reviewed, and they stuck with you, like to this day, because you've been doing this since 5 years,
2001.
So that they to this day you're like, man, I can't. This person did.
I think, okay, let me give you one.
Ugandan or African, okay.
Let me stick to Uganda. We'll start with Nothing to See Here. I think that's a Femrite book.
Yeah.
There's a particular article, they'll have a collection of articles. Anthologies, exactly. Now there's one there which talked about, that one stuck with me because it's so true, where a guy really wanted to take care of his family, is the everything. He felt he was the cog in their life. He felt that without them, and the family made him feel that way. This was so powerful. I think everyone should read that book. That short story, it's a short story. And I think he was arrested when he went into jail.
Oh God.
He thought, my family's gonna fall apart. They went on without him. They continued. They found another provider.
Wow.
And the guy realized, so I wasn't that important after all. People at times they lie to you that you're so important. Philip, if it's not you, it's out. And you're like, man, when I die,
we're
say that
moving
to
on.
another guy.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I saw with that. I said sometimes we create an illusion that we cannot do without something. And both the provider and the one who's receiving provisions, right? We think that we cannot do without it, but it's not true. We can do without anything. Yeah, we can, as long as we're ready to take the consequences and then deal with them. Then there was another one again in another short story. This was brilliant because the person explained. It's also femright. Sorry, I'm going on femright.
It's okay.
Now, this lady was called. Now, femright has had this book on The Bridge. Called Woman. Now, they had international writers there. This one was not Ugandan. She was, I think, something Martinez. Now, the fascinating thing with her is that she understood exactly how to impart values, because she wrote how her mother taught her to respect. Even if you don't agree with somebody, you don't like their cultural practices, but to convince them, you have to embrace their cultures first, understand it, know where it's coming from. And the way she put it across was so beautiful. But no one's doing that now. Like this gay thing. I'm sorry, guys. Guys, you have to be gay, or you have to allow sexual freedom. But man, understand the culture, then see if it can work, and maybe you get people who will actually be gay. Not coming for your money. You know what I mean? There are ways of convincing people. You in mass communication, when you learned, it's called reinforcing their reinforce their ideas. You don't impose, because it will never work. People are stubborn.
This is what the colonialists did.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's what the British did. They integrated. They used Uganda as the model, and they used as
they did the whole.
And they made us feel like we were doing it.
And yet it had nothing to do.
Best way to convince somebody, make them feel like they're doing it. Okay, the last one is the last one. I would say, which really, I would say, enjoy it this time. It has to be heard. Enjoy it.
Okay.
Because I went through it, and those are books, you enjoy. It's a breeze. It's a blast. Yeah, because a good book's a blast. Because at times you just read to enjoy, at times you read to learn. And those ones. So it's funny, and even when I was a kid, that's why I feared writing in Budo. It's because girls used to always beat us. And I would be like, man, I can't go into an area where chicks are going to beat us hands down. So I never used to write in school.
Do you think girls are better writers?
I think in Uganda. It's always been the case. Since I was in school and since now. The girls. Of course, you'll have one or two exceptional guys who can beat everyone. But on the whole, generally speaking, in Uganda, women are better writers than men. Generally speaking. Generally speaking.
Thank you.
We have not paid him, please. Not.
Yes.
You only have to go to femright to realize that. You only have to go there because there you will see a complete leap, a difference. Because you've been reading this stuff here, and you're like, Ugandan literature is okay. But when you go there, that's why I'll invite everybody there to go, because even you go to places like femright and get the female writers. You'll be surprised. You will. More surprised than the male writers. But when it comes to scholarly works,
like academic,
Mamdani stuff,
academic
Professor Karejiri, Professor Kanyamba, I guess the guys have
Now.
Professor Lunyigo Luanga.
Although his book made some crazy things, but
Uganda and Indian colony.
I think he made some crazy. I won't attack him, but I did critique him. I was not, and even Mamdani and Slow Poison.
What did you think? I don't know. I'm so torn in between that book. Like, I'm just like, did I like it then? Like, do I feel informed? Do I not? You know, like I read it, I finished, and then I'm like, what was he saying? What was the So.
It's like I get the impression, and I hope Professor, if he's watching, he'll take this badly because I have to be a critic and I have to be real.
Yeah.
The truth is this: I get the impression that first of all, the release date was next after his son became around that time, right? Yeah. I get the read. He's like he's riding that
on the son's fame.
That wave. Now
hold on. We are given this leeway.
Hold on. Remember Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, Fresh Daddy. No, is it Fresh Kid? Fresh Kid. Yeah. Now then there's Fresh Daddy. Now when we took, because I was doing some copywriting for the Rupralians, I remember they took him to Kampala Parents. I was there with the kid when he got there and he was fighting with all the other kids. I was there. Now the dad was ever in the parking lot. He wanted to be his son. He wanted to get the guys. You saw he became a rapper
to be his father.
Yeah, he wanted to. Yeah, so he wanted. The father wanted to be the son.
Living vicariously through
but the
your children.
But the professor has done very excellent work.
He has, and now, but he has not been mayor of New York City, has he?
Boo-hoo, Professor. Sorry, Professor. I'm not mayor either.
It was quite a revealing book historically.
I think,
on the historian part.
Yeah, because there are certain things that he.
And there were dates he messed up. So many mistakes.
Yes.
But he's a good writer by nature. That's what helps him.
That's good.
He's a good writer.
Very good storyteller.
Yeah. He's a good storyteller. But the truth is this, to me, he came across as a fresh daddy. And then the fresh kid is the mayor.
And you got it here from the critic.
Sorry.
That he is.
No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be controversial.
From the critic that he is. Yeah. So, Sheila.
Yes. So we wrap up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Philip.
Thank you so much.
I have read your work. I am a newspaper reader.
Ah.
Please note.
She's the dying kind. She's the last
I've
of
read
the
your
dying
work.
breed.
I've read your reviews on Pulse UG. Is it
Yes,
Pulse
yeah.
UG?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
used
yeah.
to online. Madam who wants to read digital things. He used to do a lot of reviews, book reviews on Pulse UG, and
I think yours got 30,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah, it did.
wow.
Last count. Probably.
Guys, when you write after you've written your book and had it published with a publisher,
Yeah.
look for Philip.
Yes.
And let him
It's
write
very
for
good.
you a review. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Take
Thank
another
you
chocolate.
so
Where's another
much,
chocolate?
Philip.
Sorry. You guys. You ate the chocolate.
So I guess that is bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for taking it. Nice. Why didn't you want me to take the chocolate?